Okay, so after a couple of months, I've decided to give this a go again. Um, I think I'm going to be switching channels um, just because this one's difficult to search. But, excuse me. I decided that I'm about due to do all this again, largely because I haven't really, yeah, outside of one good friend, I haven't really talked to much of anybody lately. And, well, this is me being sociable, I suppose. Anyway, today I just wanted to get some stuff out of my brain. I've been kind of in a state of mental lockdown lately, and it's becoming counterproductive to my moving forward, really, in any sort of meaningful way in any of my ambitions in life. So I thought I'd go ahead and get it out of my mind, and with the hope that at minimum it helps me, maybe on the off chance that it'll help somebody else. Anyway, um, I don't know that I've really covered this before, but I deal on a daily basis with a fairly intense form of clinical depression. I had a less than enjoyable childhood from, you know, basically birth until about age 8, and then again from about 10 to 15. There was an adoption and some fostering and some time in a state home and various forms of abuse laid in there. But the ultimate result of that is that I have difficulty from time to time in, um, well, functioning outside of my own head. I tend to spend more of my time sort of retrojecting and engaged in auto castigation than I do in projecting and trying to improve myself. And that's not a healthy state of mind for anyone, and particularly to my own mindset, it's not healthy for me. Um, the problem lately, though, is that the the manner in which I've been helping myself, which is largely just medication, isn't working anymore. I've given up drink, which was sort of my fallback crutch for a very long time in my life. Now I will occasionally have a glass of wine with friends, but it's a very rare occasion. And outside of that, I have sort of eschewed alcohol and other more significantly mind altering substances. However, I have sort of overindulged in my um, enjoyment of and predilection for nicotine consumption. So there is that. Um, the problem lately, though, has become that I don't have a routine anymore. All that I have is a sort of a growing panic and cement-like stagnation that is just really making anything at all productive almost impossible. Um, so I find myself lying on the couch, you know, reading mindless pieces of other people's artistry online, or taking overly long showers, staying up later than I ought to, and sleeping far later than I should, tinkering with this, building coils and worrying about, ohm to coil ratios, and basically just largely wasting my time. I have occasional spates of furied job applications, but of the 2 interviews that I've had, I've gotten callbacks for neither. And given how much of myself I've put into trying to make myself a qualified individual, earn that permission slip that says I can make more money, it doesn't seem to be paying off. I now have a bachelor's of arts in classics, I have a juris doctorate, and I've just finished a legal master's of environmental law. And all of it seems to be for naught. So I'm concerned, and when I'm anxious about something, I tend, rather than to do something productive, I tend to panic, freeze up, and do nothing at all, which is not beneficial, and yet I can't seem to move past it. So that's where I am right now, and I have 2 weeks left on the lease where I live. Hopefully that'll be enough time for me to move out. I have some place to stay with a friend for a while, but I don't want to overly impose upon her. She has a career and a life, and I have not one and very little of the other. And so it's all kind of seems to be falling down around my ears in a way that I can't really push my way past. And so I'm doing this because for some reason or another, having this out in the world and having recorded it and listened to it myself gives me some small modicum of peace and focus. So that's what I've done. Should anyone happen to see this, of course, comments are more than welcome. Should anyone not, maybe I'll comment on my own. But at the very least, I guess it's me finally doing something, however unproductive it may end up being, and just doing something is hopefully a step in the right direction. All right, well, that's all I've got for today, so I'm going to head on out. Cheerio.